attention. I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
What is going on? What's going on, Canes fam? I am Matty Ice. He is Caniacs, and this is Canes calling live. Caniacs, how you doing tonight? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What happened?
Forgot about my mic was muted, but now we're good.
Your mic was muted this whole
Yeah.
time? Now I look
Yeah.
like a crazy
Yeah.
person talking by myself, man.
Well, they can see my mouth lip moving, so it's all good. But anyways, I'm doing good. Doing real good. It's Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here. We're live. Michigan State's coming up.
Absolutely.
You're flying out tomorrow afternoon. And
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah. And
Yeah, red eye flight.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Be there for the show.
Oh yeah, man. I'm ready. What's up, brother Jay Blaze?
What's up, brother Jay Blaze? How you doing, man?
So, man, before we get into all this, we got a lot to talk about. How was your weekend, man?
Other than Saturday, pretty good, pretty good.
Mhm.
Michigan State's up next. You're right, my man. But good. Enjoyed it. Worked. When we weren't watching the game. Betting is legal now here as of Thursday at midnight. So played a little bit of the free bets and come away with $800. So that's not too bad.
Mhm.
Thanks, Warden. Appreciate it. What is my game plan? Is hopefully to throw the fucking ball down the field and score some points. That's what I'd like to see. Some points.
I don't know if he means for us because he knows we're going to the game, or like, well, I'm going to the game,
Yeah.
or what? Oh,
Stop
okay.
the
No,
run.
he actually
Absolutely.
means game plan. Okay.
Well, which we really haven't had an issue with stop and run. I mean, App State, we stopped the run pretty much with them.
First half, I would disagree.
Go look at the stats, sir.
It got short.
Right.
You go look at the stats.
I mean, we
dude.
only gave up 16 points as a defense in total.
I know, but
So-
Peoples ran pretty well in the first half.
Yeah, but I mean, they
Yeah.
shut them down. Then they shut them
Mm-hmm.
down pretty good. But yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You got to stop the run, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What's your what's your plan to the game?
To get so drunk that no matter what happens, it's still a good time. That's my game plan.
So
Manny's
you will
game
be.
plan? I don't know.
So you will be at the.
I mean, what?
You will be at the Orange Bowl boys little thing there, won't you?
Yeah, their tailgate, so
That's
I'll be
it.
over there. I was gonna say though, we all know Rhett Lashley's game plan. It probably won't change, right?
Yeah, run down the middle, run down the middle, run down the middle.
Oh yeah, delayed handoff. Let's do it. 3rd and 7, delayed handoff.
Right.
How many
Protect
losses
the Eric
does?
King, put pressure on their QB. Yep. But who do we have that can get pressure on the QB? I mean, we don't have that guy that I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's Chance. Chance made some nice plays against
Right.
App State, but I think we just don't know yet. Still,
How many losses does it take for Manny to be gone? Interesting
that's it.
question.
What do you? Okay, let me ask you something now.
Mhm.
We're getting right into it. We're not even talking about other stuff now.
Apparently not. Let's go.
Yeah, apparently not.
People want to talk about it. Let's do it.
I know. I should have taken some pre-workout before this. All right. So let me ask you, what do you think? Do you think Manny would have been fired if he lost this game to App
No.
State? You don't think so?
Nope.
Okay. I feel the same way. I was just wondering. I think there would have been outrage, and rightfully so. I would have
Mhm.
wanted him gone.
Mhm.
But if he lost this game, I don't think it would have really, changed anything either way. I think it would have still depended on how the season went. But how many losses do you think it would take this season?
I don't know if he would get fired even if we went 7-5. To be honest,
Okay.
I mean, it's all about money. Now, and I know that there's some things going on we don't really want to discuss, but there's some things going on behind the scenes. Some people are pissed. Hopefully, some of those people that are pissed with Manny and Blake James can make some moves, then we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I mean, other than barely, beating App State, I mean, I don't see him getting fired
Making
this
it seem
weekend.
like we got some sort of insider knowledge or something. We don't know shit.
Well, you haven't read today? If not, I'll talk to you later about it. If you haven't read it, I'll show you later.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to enlighten me on that.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
That just tells me you haven't read what I. Okay, never mind.
Okay, yeah, no, we can talk about that later.
Yeah, so Brother J Blaze passed football down the field. Absolutely. I am almost certain that Manny Diaz will hire another coach as he did this year with T-Rob on the off season. It's possible.
Hire another coach from what area? That's my question.
Yeah,
but also, the thing I wanted to say, I wanted to highlight some people from the last game just to wrap up the App State game. I thought Amari Carter played pretty well. He had that interception. I think Chance was the one that tipped it up in the air, right?
I believe so.
7 tackles. He had a tackle for loss, and I think he played, probably one of the best games I've ever seen him play.
Yeah. He does real good at that striker position.
Yeah, I think it's more natural to him. He's just excelling more in that position. I thought Tyreek, man, he didn't really. I was waiting to see what he was going to do, in Bama. And then obviously this game, I think he really asserted himself, looked physical, man. He was getting up in their faces, too. Did you see him?
I love me some Tyreek. I'm not going to lie.
Huh?
Love me some Tyreek.
I know. Did you see that one receiver that they had, the one that was a transfer from Kent State, long hair dude? Him and Tyreek kind of got into it a couple times.
Yeah,
and
I
was
saw
like,
that.
oh, man, I like this. Tyreek's a dog, man.
And you see him get in Donaldson's face? I love that part.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not Donaldson. It was sorry, not Donaldson. It was who was it? It was Rambo that got into Donaldson's face, but it was
that was Rambo. He got into
Stevenson got into some. I want to say Ivy maybe, or one of those guys.
It was somebody. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember who it was. Kid had 3 pass blocks. He looked nice. He looked nice on punt returns too. I was kind of surprised on that too. A lot of people forget, the issues that we had in that area. So yeah, that looked good as well.
Even though our special teams sucked this weekend.
Yeah, I mean we let that touchdown, that kick return touchdown. That was bad.
That was horrible.
Yeah,
that was
really bad. The field goal block. It was just luckily Borregales hit that field goal to bring home
and
the
thank
dub.
God for Lou Headley. Again.
Oh yeah, we didn't have Lou Headley, we wouldn't have won that game.
Man, you talk about a field changer.
Sheesh.
I hope this other Australian guy that came in that you saw in that All Access,
Headley Jr.
Yeah, I hope he's just as good, just like Borregales Jr. He played a lot of special teams in high school. Yeah, I got you there. Yep. Because he is from Miami.
Yeah.
Central.
He's got to earn it, man. Every time he's got an impressive punt, he gets a tattoo, so he becomes a little more like Headley.
I wonder if Headley gives him suggestions or whatever.
I don't know, man. I gotta say, I was kind of like looking back. There were some things like I kind of rewatched some of the game. I thought our defense played better than in the moment. You kind of think right after you watch a game, you're just like, oh man, they're running all over us. I think that was kind of like I said, it was more of the first half. And Peoples, man, he was a big guy to bring down. He's like 6'2", like 2 something. Like he was huge. But I mean, they held App State to 5 for 15 on 3rd downs. Obviously, that was a different story, against Bama. It was kind of in the opposite way, when Bama converted on 10 of 14 on 3rd and 5s, I think it was.
Yeah, it was better than Bama, but it was still horrible.
No, it was. I mean, it's better. I think
it was better than Bama, but it still needs to be improved.
I don't think it's horrible.
Because I want to say that they are 89th in the league now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you take out it's the Bama game that's
What
skewing
game
that
will
number.
Rooster be back? So there was a 4-game suspension. So he's been 2 games in. So just after the
I think isn't it after Central
CCU?
Connecticut?
Yeah,
Or
I
am
want
I
to say right after that.
wrong?
Because it's this one, Central Connecticut, and then just to start the ACC play, he should be back. If that's truly the 4-game suspension, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up with the App State game. Obviously Cam Kitchens got a lot of burn in that first game against Bama because he kind of had to.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was interesting. I saw a statistic that James Williams only played 1 snap, Cam only played 2, and then you look too, Leonard Taylor 0. Like, is that? I was expecting them to maybe not play so much, but I was expecting them to get some burn, especially Cam and James Williams.
Yeah, I thought Cam Kitchens definitely would have got more because he played as soon as Bubba Bolden got ejected, he played that whole 3 quarters and a half. So I figured he would get more burn because he didn't do too bad.
He played pretty well.
Yeah, he played pretty well. So yeah, I don't know. And 56, maybe because there's a bunch of guys in front of him. I mean, he's still younger. He hasn't quite developed. His strength maybe ain't all the way there. Maybe if we would have been farther up, more touchdowns or whatever, if we'd have been doing what we should have been doing and dominating that team, maybe he would have came in more. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll find out for sure. Central Connecticut, because if we ain't playing all the walk-ons and all, you know what I'm saying, all the third stringers on that team, then we really have issues.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Oh, absolutely. We are going to
expect
need
anything less.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Mm-mm.
So did you watch any of the pressers from? I can't remember. Was it 2 days ago or yesterday?
Today. I watched them today.
There was some. Okay.
The only one I got to see was Justice because everybody was talking about that one, so I wanted to see it myself. And he pretty much was calling it like it was, to be honest. I mean, he said that they need to figure out the right side of the line.
Nice someone is.
Yeah, he's pretty much saying it's on him, and they got to figure out the right side of the line. There's 4 guys that they really got to work it out. Donaldson being one, Justice O being the other one, and Scafey and Mr. Williams. Between those four, they're working for a spot. So yeah, that's kind of nice to hear. Rivers played the best out of the last 2 weeks, according to Mr. Coach Justice. He said Corey's been solid. That one, I don't know about solid. I would say below average, but it is what it is. Also, he said that Ja'Kai Clark is the future, and apparently they're trying to hold him out only to play 4 games so that he can redshirt and come back, have another year of eligibility.
So he can play center.
So he can play center. But obviously if Corey Gaynor goes out, he said that he knows he's going to have to go in. And he also said that Zion looks like he's missed a bunch of camp. That's why his play's not that good. He said, they got a lot to work out. So hopefully they're going to mix and match some other things. So hopefully by this weekend they'll have somebody that can block.
Zion had a decent game against App State. I don't think he played poorly. I think he played good, but I think to his standard of where he's projected, he could have played better. But I do think when you miss some time in the offseason with an injury like that, it's going to take a little bit. There's going to be an adjustment period, right?
Yep. Jimmy Fins Forever says it should be Williams. Well, I mean, from what he said, Justice said Williams has got to work itself in there. He started last year, but apparently this year he's not doing as good.
I know. I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah, I thought that was too. So apparently he's not as good, or the other guys are just better than him, from what I'm getting from Coach Justice. You know what I mean? Jimmy Roberts says we got issues, guys. Freshmen can't play because every game will be close. Yeah, let's hope not every game. If that Connecticut State game's close,
maybe if some of those freshmen play, they wouldn't be as close. Just saying.
Yeah,
I watched.
right.
So I got to tell you, I watched a little bit of Manny's press conference.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Uh,
all you guys, the phone lines are open. Call in
Oh, yeah.
305-600-2907. Feel free to call in and we can discuss any kind of topics. Michigan State, App State, whatever. Future, Manny, Mario. There's a lot of stuff that's going out there right now. So
Mario.
give us a call
Speaking of
whenever you want.
Mario. Speaking of Mario. gotta support, man.
You just rubbing that in everybody's face, ain't you?
I'm not, I don't even like Oregon at all. Like I literally just got this
Uh,
shirt when I was in Oregon one time. 'Cause,
Transfer
it
portal.
was at
There you go.
a transfer portal fan.
That's fucking
Just
hilarious.
joking.
I love it. No, that's
Oh,
great.
man.
That's great.
But no, I watched part of the Manny's press conference, and when I say part, I think like the first like 40 seconds. Because they basically asked him, they were like, what was the question? Or no, it wasn't even a question. It was his opening statement. So I didn't even get to the questions. He was talking about their performance, and it was disappointing. But he just was like, I was just so proud of the effort and the grit with how they played. And I was like, dude, that's like serving me a shit sandwich and saying, look at how good the bread looks. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, that was horrible.
I hate all the coach speak. That's what it is. That's like the biggest thing that like annoys the crap out of me. But
That's all that is. He's trying to
yeah,
save what he can save right now. I mean, I'm sure some of them recruits have been calling. They're trying to save them.
well, and that's
but-
the other. So like a lot of recruits were at that App State game too. I know Wesley was. I haven't talked to him. I was kind of curious to get his thoughts on that. I DM'd,
I'm more curious to
how-
get his thoughts on the Youngstown State's Florida State ass whooping.
Well, no, but we'll talk about that later. But I DM'd his mom follows us on
Absolutely he
Instagram.
does.
the Canes Colin account. And
Mhm.
so she posted a picture of a drink and after they had gone to the game, and I was like, yeah, I need about like 10 of those after that game. And she like busted up.
Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it makes sense that he speaks like a politician. I mean, his dad
Mhm.
was one, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. And that's
Horrible.
Oh man. It was
But the defense actually didn't play too bad. I mean, they only gave up 16 points. Special teams, Packy, come on, man, bro, man, that was horrible. That's
and linebackers too. Inside
Speaking
linebackers.
of that, one thing I remember watching that touchdown run that App State got to go into the lead. DJ Ivy should never fucking see the field again. He could have stopped that. All he had to do was plug the hole. He ran to
like
the hole
ran
and was
away
like,
almost.
oh my God, it's going to hit me. The hell was that? He should have fucking hit him. Hold on, we got a caller. I don't know why he does that every time. Hey, thanks for calling in. Who we got?
Brother Jay Blaze.
Brother
What's
Jay Blaze, what's up,
up?
man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Another
Nothing
beautiful
much,
day in the
nothing
Hay
much. How you doing
neighborhood.
tonight?
Yeah. Hey, I got a couple of things I want to mention. First, I got a question to you guys about Bob Schutz.
Uh-huh.
In what way is he helping the team?
I think you know more than us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was trying to figure that out, to be honest. I really don't know.
Yeah, that's a question mark. What direction you see the team going this year? Do you see it going improving from last year? Do you see it just stagnant, or do you see it dropping? We worse than what we were last year.
I think you bring up a great point, and I wish I had a better answer to this, but it's so hard because you look at that first game, and that was a measuring stick in that how far away are we from Bama, right? Like, can we compete with the big dogs finally? That's the biggest problem this team has had, right, over the past few years.
Right.
And then you see how that game goes. It's the classic, Miami kicks itself in the ass, makes all these mistakes and stuff. Scratch that game. You move on to the App State game. Everyone's expecting us to dominate, and we don't do that. Offense looks out of rhythm, whether, it's play calling or whatever, doesn't matter. we couldn't even find out anything about how good this team is when we played App State. That's my biggest problem, and I'm legitimately concerned. I was someone who originally, I was a pessimist, and I said 9-3,
Yeah.
and that was being a pessimist. That's people, people really thought, 10-2 is like the floor, if even that. I'm honestly, I'm thinking that 9-3 is pretty. Like, I think that that's probably the most realistic scenario, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. Because Virginia Tech looks strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple of teams that we played with is looking strong so far this year. I know we're going on to our third game of the season. Well, actually our second in the ACC, but we will see. I know it's still early. Man, he still got a lot to say about. But the way we've had so much high expectations beating Alabama, which we failed at that, and at least we should have gave a good fight, But now this overview of Manny Diaz and the things with Rhett Lashlee, a lot of people starting to see, especially on offense with Rhett Lashlee, going this short passes east and west, he's not throwing the ball vertically downfield. I don't know if he's telling King that. I don't even know if King is reading the proper read, going to basic fundamentals of reading and making the proper read, either hand it off or run or pass. But I mean, things have to go back to, basic fundamentals, even in practice on a daily basis. You can't skip the basic fundamentals. And these things are saying it's a tell sign in the game. All these things should be ironed out during practice. And when game time comes, we should be saying the end result. But we're not. We're saying a team that's not coached well. I don't know if, the mindset of the coach and then relaying it to the player and the player going out and executing the play. There is some type of something is missing in that picture. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some type of assistance, some type of help. Now, they brought in Bob Shoop to help, the overlook the team, even Ed Reed on the sideline, overlooking things and making suggestions behind closed doors, what should be improved on. Now, I know fans, we are making it known what we see, and I'm sure Manny Diaz is hearing it. So we have to, for these games going on, especially injury occurred, but we have to watch and see what improvement, because we want to see improvement. We want to see growth with the team. He makes a splash during the off season and get us all hyped up, but execution and really doing a coach's job during season, that's the problem.
Yeah, man, he wins the off season every freaking year, doesn't he?
Yeah. He hypes us up, man. He pulls that sugar into the Kool-Aid and stirs it and shows it. But when it comes down to us drinking it, we saying it's too much sugar.
Yeah. I think he puts pre-workout in that Kool-Aid, man. I'll tell you what.
He might do that too, yeah.
Yo, so Brother Jay Blaze, I gotta ask you, bro. When you look at this schedule now, what are the games that you're really concerned with now?
Okay. I'm concerned each and every game. This game coming out with Michigan State. There's something similar to Appalachian State. They have a strong running game. They have good coaches on the sideline, and they well disciplined. So we'll see. We have the athletic talent to beat them. So that's not a question. But execution and the attitude, we come out, usually we hype. Usually the attitude portrays from the head coach to the player. And as we come out on the field, that shows what type of coach Manny Diaz is. They flat. They're not even coaching on the sideline. I don't see that happening. I don't see assistants critiquing what the play is while the offense is on the field. The defense should be on the sideline. Those coaches should be coaching them up. I don't see those things. But, hey, I see our away game. going away to North Carolina, that's going to be a problem. And the way Virginia Tech played North Carolina, Virginia Tech is going to be a problem. So it's several things I see is going to be a problem coming up. So we have to take it one game at a time. I mean, a win is a win. We 1-0 in the ACC, but we got to keep it going.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what are you look at specifically this Michigan State game coming up this weekend? What are kind of your keys to the game, and maybe who are like two guys you're highlighting maybe have a big game or you think need to have a big game?
One thing I can say is we got to stop the run. We got to stop their running back.
Absolutely.
We have to protect D'Eriq King. That got to be a problem with pass protection. And we have to run block better. The designs of the run plays that we have to change. We have to do something different, you know. And I also want to utilize the speed that we have and go vertically downfield. I want our backs to go north and south. I want us to pass vertically downfield, not east and west, especially on teams that you're not going to fool. So we have to use the speed and the athletic ability that we have with our receivers. Throw the 50-50 ball and see what happens. You know, throw it downfield. Get the ball out of D'Eriq King's hand quickly. See, a lot of people don't notice when is he releasing the ball to the receiver. You know, you got several windows that receiver has that you can pass the ball to. Is he getting it to him early? Is he getting it to him too late? Is he making a right read? Because there were several players wide open downfield that D'Eriq King could have hit, but he just didn't see him because of the O-line not giving that comfort zone to a quarterback. See, when you don't have protection, you can rattle a quarterback where he feels he has to run, especially D'Eriq King. He gets in this mode where I don't feel comfortable. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta run. Instead of he has the time making him feel comfortable in the pocket, he has the time to make the pass. They only take for 2.5, 3 seconds to get rid of the ball. You know, but you have to have that comfortability. And with our O-line, I don't think they're giving him that comfort zone. So he goes to the next best thing is take off and run.
And some of those reads, it looks like if he would have held that ball, you know, because you can tell sometimes that defensive end is already committed to the run. If King pulls that ball and runs it, you know, I mean, we're getting an extra 10 yards maybe. I mean, or at least a first down. Just positive yards at least, you know, instead of being behind for, you know, 1st and 15, 1st and 16 or whatever, you know, it would be 2nd and 7 or whatever, you know, I mean, 2nd and, you know, instead of being at 2nd and 17 or whatever, we're at 2nd and 7, you know, it's a huge difference.
Right, yeah, that down and distance make a big difference, especially when play calling. Just notice in the Alabama game, D'Eriq King gave it to the running back when times where he should have kept it. In this Appalachian State game, there was times where if he would have gave it to the running back, he kept it more in this game with the Appalachian State game. So my question is to D'Eriq King, are you reading, looking at the play, are you making a right read? If it's that DN or if it's that outside linebacker, whatever you're reading, is it the right read? Whether to give the ball or whether to keep it? That's the question. That should be looked at because it's been consistent since he's been at UM. That's been a question mark that people are seeing. Another thing I want to say is design plays that Rhett Lashlee is calling on certain downs. You know, it's becoming a habit to get into this funk because as a play caller, you got to get into a rhythm. You know, you have to get into a rhythm. And Rhett Lashlee is not getting into that rhythm. I don't know if he don't have help for the assistant coaches up in the booth helping him with that rhythm because he throws a lot of it's becoming consistent what he's going to do. I can see before the plays can start pre-snap what he's going to do, and that's a problem when it comes to an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think everybody knows what the hell he's going to do, to be honest.
Designing plays and play calling when it comes to down the distance, making the right call. That's a skill with a coach. If that coach don't have that skill, then he needs help from his coaching staff. Some people can be excellent at X's and O's and design plays, but when it comes to making the right, choosing which play to use on down the distance, that is where I see Red Lashley fall short. Fall short at that. And we'll see, like I said, early in the season, we're going to see what improvement he do. This is second year, so hey.
Absolutely.
So Bergie says we're 1-3 in our last 4 games. We were handled in all 4 games, even the win against App State. Ever since UNC lost, we've just bottomed out, it seems. If people can't see that Manny's defense is his coaching ability in general have been figured out, then I don't know what to tell anyone. It's his motto. It happened everywhere he has been. yeah, pretty much so far, yeah. So let me ask you, brother, are you ready to give up on Manny?
No. I'm gonna say this, and a lot of fans will say yes. I'm almost at the point saying yes, but I want consistency at a head coaching position. You know, I've seen a lot of great coaches in the early parts of their career was losing badly. But later on, as they learned, they got better. I done seen coaches lose all their games and then come back the next season and do something. But hey, Manny is for Miami. I'm sure he's passionate. He wants to win. But learning to win as a head coach, that's going to take time.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to go through some growing pains for that to happen. Now, what he needs to do is place some excellent coaches and his staff around him to help him. See, a head coach really is a figurehead, for real. But when you got good offense and defense, he need to go get a good defensive coordinator. He need to have a great offensive coordinator. He need to have his coaching staff around him, build that around him, and he can be that person to lead the team. But he has, to me, I'm giving him 2 more years.
Okay.
5 years in total. And if it ain't there, then I say let's move on to something else. But I really want UM to have a consistent head coach for seasons to come instead of keep picking and choosing every year a different coach, a head coach. I guess until we get it right, you know, and stay with that coach, you know.
Yeah. But man, all that turnover is hard for recruiting though. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so that's why
we got to pull out the turnover. We got to pull out the turnover chain at the right proper time.
Right, exactly.
You're unsuccessful. Why pull out the turnover chain? They don't deserve it at this point.
You're right about that.
They should be pissed off on the sideline that they shouldn't even want to put it on their neck. We have to win this game. You know, let's win first on a consistent basis, and then let's show out. You know,
all right.
At this point, they want to get rid of Manny. You know, his job is questionable. So we have to do something, man, and we have to take it one game at a time. We got Michigan State coming up at the Rock, and we have to show out. We gotta make a point. You know, where's that game? That pivotal statement game. We gotta make that happen.
Hopefully that'll be this weekend.
Yeah,
my man, brother Jay Blaze.
Brother Jay Blaze, before we get you out of here, what's your score prediction for this game, man?
Score prediction, I predict 38-17 UM.
Okay. I like it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Hey, man, well, we'll link up after the game. I don't even know, are you going to be at the game or?
No, I won't be.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of people didn't say because my mom is in the hospital and stuff, but I mean, a lot of people know about this. So I've been, this has been a rough year.
Yeah.
Understood,
I get it,
man. Prayers to you and your family, my brother.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
All right. I got you written down on the book, my brother. I appreciate you. And thanks for calling in, man.
All right.
All right, you
Have a good night,
one.
man.
Take care, y'all. Take care.
Take care.
My man, speaking some truths, man.
I know, man. Was that the first time Brother Jay Blaze called?
Absolutely.
He's called in before? Okay.
Nope, not that
That
I
was
remember.
okay.
He
But
may
he's
have, but I
he's
don't
always
remember.
in here. He's
Yeah.
always in here, man. I love it. It was
Just
good
like
to talk to him.
Bergie and Greg. What's up, Greg? How you
I
doing, my
know,
brother?
Bergie. I didn't even get to say hi to Greg because we were talking, man. I didn't want to interrupt
Right.
Brother Jay Blaze, but what's up, Greg? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in the live.
So
Hope
what does
everyone's
everybody
good.
think on their predictions for this weekend?
Yeah,
What
let's
y'all
get score
thinking?
predictions in here.
Yeah.
Let's see everyone's score predictions for this Michigan State game. I'm curious to see what everyone's will be.
Oh, we got somebody else calling in. Let's go.
Who we got on the line here?
Hey, Jimmy, my brothers, man. How's it going?
My man, Jimmy, what's happening?
What's up, Jimmy?
Not much. I can't forget about you guys. There's what makes my Tuesday night, man.
There you
Hey,
go.
we
That's
appreciate
what makes
it, man.
our
We
Tuesday
look forward
night,
to
bro.
talking. We look forward to talking to you every Tuesday too, man.
Yeah, man. yeah, man. Definitely. Well, as far as the game goes, I mean, we just have to mix up the play calls, and we can't be predictable. That was the big reason why the game was so close last week. Even though we won, we were so close because we were so predictable. Everybody knew what we were doing. So the key to this game is going to be we got to stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Two runs, two passes, or like 2 runs, 2 throws. Mix it up any way you can, because mix it up. When you mix it up, it leads to big plays. On both sides of the ball. So
Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest key to this. The biggest key to this game is going to be that. And as far as one guy who I think is going to have a big game for us, I think Struppo is going to have a good game.
Hey.
He's been playing lights out. He plays his heart out every single game. I really like that kid.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Restrepo, I got one of his T-shirts from Caneswear. I got to rep it. Gonna wear it on game day. I'm excited,
That's right.
man.
You need to get
One
him
of
to
my
sign
favorite
it.
Canes.
Man,
I know. I'm gonna. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna hit him up.
Well, yeah, because he was on the show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll hit him up. But yeah, Jimmy, so looking forward to this game, man, on Saturday. Who I know you referenced Restrepo. Who do you see maybe on the defensive side of the ball having a big game?
well, that for me, like I don't really pick one guy. Like for me, I just want the defense to step up when it has to. Like we can't give up big chunks of yards, especially in the run game. Because that's what hurt us, especially against. I know nobody wants to bring up Alabama again, but that's what really hurt us in that game was we just let them run all over us, and and if we want to be a good consistent team, the defense has to step up on a run game, no matter who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy. So do you have any keys to the game you think that might turn it into our favor, either offense or defense?
Oh yeah. We definitely have to. The first key, because Michigan State's 2-0, so the key of the game is going to be we got to score early.
Okay.
If we get the ball first, we got to get the Eric King going. We got to get the Eric King going. We got to let him score early and often. We got to do it. And the second key of the game is going to be we have to we got to get that turnover chain out. We got to get some turnovers early. We got to get them when we need them. You know, we can't wait till the other team is like on the 5-10 yard line. That's not gonna work. You know, that might work against a team like App State. You know, that might work against a team like App State or some of these non-conference. But when we start getting into league play, that's not gonna work out too good.
You're right there, Jimmy.
So Jimmy, man, tell me, what's your score prediction for this game?
You know, the way the defense is playing, I would love it to be a blowout, but I don't think so. You know, I'm still thinking for a close one, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 24-21.
Okay.
Canes.
Okay.
Oh, nice one. A nail biter. I like that.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy,
I
man.
respect that.
Just like
Once again.
always. Hey, you did get your package, right? From Matty Ice?
Oh yeah, I did, man. That was that was awesome. I love you guys, man.
Hey,
well, you won it fair and square, man. I mean, it's nothing we can do about it, but we appreciate you getting it.
absolutely.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
man. We're glad you got it, man.
That was awesome, man. I loved it.
All right, good deal. Hey, Jimmy, as always, go Canes, and we will be sure to talk to you after the game on Saturday, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm always down for that.
All right, man. You have a great day, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we love you, man.
I will, man. And go Canes all day, baby.
Go Canes all day. Hell yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Love my boy Jimmy.
Man. So we haven't even gotten to what our predictions are for this game.
No,
So I know. What I want to ask you first. What's your score prediction for this game, this Michigan State game?
Man, I'm gonna call it a close one too. I'm thinking it's gonna be a close one. I just don't know who's gonna be on top yet. I can't. It's a toss up for me.
You were talking all
but I
this
think-
shit off camera. What are you talking about? You said we were gonna
But I-
win.
But I think we will win. I'm gonna go 28-24 Canes.
Okay. I'm gonna go 31-30 Michigan State. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go
Oh,
Miami.
Okay.
They better not lose my first time at Hard Rock, because I've only been to the neutral site games
Oh
and
yeah.
everything. As everyone knows, I live in California, so it's kind of a opposite side of the country. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't blame you, Bergie. Bergie says,
Yeah,
you know,
Bergie.
I have
Nobody's gonna hate you,
Michigan
man.
State 28-20. You're not a horrible human being. You're a realist, okay? You're someone who is really thinking of these possibilities. You know, people thought we were going to beat Bama, and look at us now, barely beat App State.
Somebody said we were gonna go 13-0 and win the Natty this year too. So
Ooh,
it's all good. I didn't say that though, by the way. That wasn't me. It was a former player
yeah.
who was on the show.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we all know who that is.
Yeah, Calvin Harris. He said it
Home
on the
run.
show. I mean,
The home run hero,
mm-hmm.
man. But
man,
anyways, what are you doing this weekend, man? So you're
Me?
not yeah.
unfortunately, I'm not going to Michigan State, as you guys know.
Mhm.
But some of y'all know that I have a nonverbal autistic son, and with COVID and everything, it's taken 2 years to get him seen by the psychiatrist to get his diagnosis, and we finally got it. And we've been dealing with the state. The state finally come through with the DDD. Oh, we got a caller. Let's talk about that. That's probably better
Okay. Better than your son.
for the show.
Who do we got on the line now?
Hey
Who we
man, this
got?
is Bergie. I just thought I'd
What's
call in
up,
and see
Bergie?
What's up, Bergie? How you doing, man?
Hey, first time, right? I don't think Bergie's called in. He's mainly commented, right?
No, there was the one time that we were going to try to get me on air with you, and I was having some
Oh.
audio issues and whatnot. And then I've been working a lot lately, so I haven't been able to really be up this late. So
That's when
worries,
everyone
bro.
was pressuring him. They're like, "Call in, Bergie, call in."
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
that. was funny.
Yeah, but we moved to a different system now. Now we got a phone line. Anybody can make it.
Yeah, so
that's good.
So let me ask you, man. I mean, obviously we've been reading your comments and everything. We saw your score prediction for Michigan
Yeah.
State. You have them winning 28-20 against Miami. What's kind of your thought?
And I'm going to be
process on
honest
that?
with you. I'm being nice with that score.
Mm.
But yeah,
Hang
what
up
we,
on
what we,
him.
Greg Bush says, "Hang up on him." Oh my god.
I'm not even looking at my screen right now. I don't want to see what everybody's
That's
saying.
all right. Here.
Don't worry, you're good, man.
Here you go, Greg. This one's for him. There you go. Wrong answer. That's funny.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry. What were you going to say before I cut you off, man? I didn't mean to do that.
So
No, that's
what was
funny.
kind of your thought process with that score? Like, what are going to be the keys to the game, and what do you think is going to be the main storylines?
Well, to me, it just goes back to what I mentioned before, and that look at our past 4 games. You know, ever since the UNC game, we have just played some horrendous football, and we were hoping that with a full off season and Rhett Lashley getting a full, we heard the whole thing last year about how Rhett Lashley didn't have a full off season to implement his offense and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, you had the full off season. You came out against Bama dead flat. Fine, it's Bama. You come out against App State dead flat. We don't look good. And I'm trying to be nice about talking about the defense because I don't even think we have a defense at this point anymore. So why should I believe we're going to beat Michigan State? You know, I really think that Michigan State's going to run it down our throat, and it's going to be that kind of can we stop it or not? And if not, they're just going to destroy us with the run game. And I don't see any reason why we should stop it. We don't have any linebackers. Our D line's playing like crap. There's just not a whole lot to be excited about. And I hate being negative. I really do. I don't want to talk this way, but
No, I got you.
these past 4 games have just shown me that, we're reaching that point that happens everywhere Manny Diaz has been, that he gets figured out. And once he gets figured out, it goes south, and it goes south real bad.
So you're saying that you're more worried about the defense this game than you are the offense?
He's like, no, we haven't gotten there yet. Let him get these thoughts out.
I got you.
Really. I think it's more of a vent right now than anything else. But yeah, I'm concerned about the offense, but I think it's easier I think it would be easier for the offense to recover than the defense, just based on the fact that we've seen this defense now for 6 years that Manny's been here. We could sit there and lie to ourselves and say, well, the last 2 years with Blake Baker, it was Manny Diaz's defense. It's just everything that's happened over these past 6 years has been Manny Diaz's defense. And I just don't see the progression there for me to believe that it's going to get better. Now with the offense, again, there's that hope that, Lashley puts it together and it comes out. I mean, look, we saw some very positive things in the App State game. And even a few things in the Bama game as far as what our receivers are doing with Keyshawn Smith and Xavier Restrepo. And it definitely gives you reason to believe, it gives you that light of hope that it's going to turn in that regard. Yes, we'd like to see someone like Arroyo get better at the tight end spot because Mallory's still suffering the dropsies. Our running game needs help. And do we really want to get into the offensive line? I mean, do we have to talk about that?
Did you see Justice's interview today?
No, I didn't.
You need to watch that. Yeah, he gets all into it because, pardon me. Yeah, he's saying that. Let me get back to my notes here, my old man notes. He's saying that he's got Donaldson, Justice O, Scafey, Jaron Williams. All 4 of them got to get their ass together. Apparently, they're on the shit list. They're not doing well. He said the only one that has played well is Jalen Rivers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely have an offensive line problem.
I'm gonna say this right now. And I know he's one of everybody's favorites, and I hate, to make it seem like I'm jumping on, but Navon Donaldson should not ever play offensive line for us ever again. I'm sorry. I don't get him off the line. Let anybody in. I don't care. Let somebody else just stand there and do something. What I saw from him in the App State game made me want to scream and throw my TV out the window. It was terrifying watching. There was one play, I forget the play. A guy came rushing in, and De'Aaron King was about to make a break through a hole in the line. I'm not saying he would have got monster yardage. Navon Donaldson literally grabbed his guy and threw him into De'Aaron King, thus breaking up the play. And I think De'Aaron lost a yard or two on that one. And I just sat there going, did you not see your quarterback right there next to you running, and you decided to throw your guy that way? And it's just things like that are just, I can't with him anymore. I'm just, and then here's my other biggest problem with Manny. And going back into like things that we thought were going to change in the offseason, all we heard about the offseason was T-Rob's here now, Shoop's here now, Shoop's going to help change the defense, T-Rob's going to do this, and yada, yada, yada. And then we saw the first depth chart. And we had Zach McLeod starting, we had DJ Ivey starting, we had Gervin Hall starting, who we didn't know was going to drop off that bad, but he's really dropped off. And then we had Bradley Jennings and Wayman Steed as the primary linebacker backups. And as soon as I saw that first depth chart, I went, oh no, man, he's doing it again. And sure enough, here we are 2 games later, and everything that I thought would happen because of seeing that has happened. And like I just said about Navon, how the hell Bradley Jennings and Wayman Steed are able to get on the field consistently is beyond me, and the DJ Ivey experiment has to end as well.
Well, are you ready for this? Did you see the starting lineup for this weekend? Did you see it?
Nope, I didn't see that either. No, I did not.
Wayman Steed is your starting weak side linebacker.
Jesus, dude. All right, can I change my score? I'm going to go 34-17 Michigan State, and I'm not even kidding this time. I'm dead serious.
You're going to go 34-17?
34-17. Oh, geez,
okay, I'm going to change it.
Sorry, I work like really crazy hours, and so I haven't really been able to look at anything. So
no, because of the injury, so he has to.
Yeah, I understand.
So he has to come in.
And this is what kills me. That with whatever we have behind him, you're telling me that Deshaun Troutman is that bad that he can't get in there and play? Even if he is a bit undersized, I bet you still a hell of a lot better than Wayman Steed. You're telling me that has Chase Smith even played it down yet?
Yeah, I think he's played some. Yeah.
No, has he?
I think he's played a couple. He hasn't played very many.
Can you
what about Avery Huff though?
Avery Huff, another one.
Avery Huff.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, I put in the chat earlier. I was like, "Yo, I put Steed over Huff?"
I'm just, and this is again what I was just saying before about Shoop coming in and C-Rob coming in. That nobody else can see what's going on here.
Well, here's one thing Here's one thing I'm gonna argue with you about McLeod. McLeod's probably been the best defensive end we've had so far playing. Now, I'm not saying he's the superstar or whatever, but he's actually been better than what everybody else has thought. And I call it that.
And I guarantee you, if you repeat that to yourself 5 times over, you're going to get so sick of hearing that, you're going to cry.
Not really, because I called it in the off season, so it's all good.
I know. And you know what? And I've been one of the biggest McLeod detractors, and it pains me to say yes, he's been playing relatively decent, but if this is the best of what we have, oh my God, we're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the part that's bad. And okay, so I said and not to you guys directly, but other people, I said that when Manning took over as defensive coordinator, to me, one of 2 things was going to happen. One, that it was just going to be taking over in just title alone because Shoop is collecting money from from Michigan, if I'm correct.
I think so, yeah, or A&M or whatever.
So Manny would take the name of defensive coordinator just to let Shoop collect his money and yada yada yada, and then next year they will do whatever. So I was assuming that maybe, or I should say, I was hoping that maybe Shoop would actually take over the defense now and start implementing things and doing this and doing that. The other part of me said, well, if that's not the case, then that means that Manny's just going to be ignorant and he's not going to pay attention to anybody and he's just going to do his own thing and it's just going to be Manny. And unfortunately, after 2 games, that's what we're seeing. And I don't like that. And that's part of the reason why I didn't want Manny to be defensive coordinator, because of just such a thing happening. And I don't see like people saying, it was a time to fire Manny. I don't see that happening unless,
Right.
the team just has a complete monumental collapse, which realistically, I think we'll finish somewhere, let's say 8-4. Looks good.
He's not
Anything
getting fired
under that-
8-4.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're somewhere 6 and, let's say 6 and 7 or, anything, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying in that ballpark.
Oh, yeah, he's
then-
got to be fired, yeah.
Then there's, even then, I don't know. I mean, I believe if I'm correct, he has 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah, he did
Or
an
am I wrong
extension or
about that?
something.
No, I don't think did he get one?
I thought he did after the first year. I may be lying, but I thought he got an extension. I could be wrong. But I thought somebody said something about 5
Really?
years is what his contract is anyway.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So this is year 3, so there will be 2 more. I don't think that they would bounce him after this one, but after next year, it might lower the buyout or firing clause, whatever it may be, to the
Gotcha.
point where then he may go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just
All right,
I just
Bergie.
needed to call and vent, dude. So
I'm glad you vent. Hey, that's what we're
I-
here for, man. That's what we're here
Wait,
for.
I
Call
got
it and
one
vent it
last
out, bro.
question. I got one last
Yeah, well,
question.
I-
Go ahead, because we got another caller waiting.
go ahead.
Bergie, what's
Go ahead.
one thing positive that you like about this team?
One thing positive is that I've been a fan since I've been a kid, and I love this team, and I'm never going to give up. But I'm just mad, dude. That's all I can tell you.
I hear you,
Okay,
my brother.
I got you. Hey,
All right,
man,
Bergie, man.
love
I
to hear
appreciate
from
you calling in, man. Yep,
Call
love
again
hearing
soon,
from you.
man.
And good,
All right, man, you got-
have a great weekend.
Yeah, you guys are good, man. Talk to you again.
Peace out, man.
Bye.
All right, we got another caller on the line.
Who we got now? Who is on the line?
Gentlemen, how we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Oh,
Coach,
it's
what's up, Coach?
What's up, Coach?
Brother, I am just sitting down, just relaxing, having a couple good beverages,
There you go. That's the
Trying
best
to
way to spend it, right?
weep away our sorrows.
There you go.
Oh,
So
well,
go ahead.
prediction. Do you have a prediction for us?
oh yeah, we were gonna do that, and then we got. Or no, we did do it.
Yeah,
what
we
was
did
yours
it.
again, King
We did.
Max?
Mine was 28-24 UM. Maddie's is 31-30 UM.
Wow, I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. So loyal.
Now Bergie's got it
So loyal.
34-17 Michigan State. But everybody thinks it's going to be a close one, pretty much, except for one person
Oh,
thinks it's going to be a blowout.
What do you think, Coach?
Well, I got 21-10 Michigan State.
oh wow.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they're going to beat the crap out of us up front. It's going to be bad. Looked at the weather. Probably got some rain that day.
Oh, that's bad for us.
Yeah, and if it's a real bad day, which kind of like leaning why this is why I'm leaning towards this score. It's going to be a mud fest, and I see them just toying with us the whole game. And,
Yeah, the last time we had the Mud Fest at the
so-
Rock, it wasn't really good for us, was it?
I don't believe so. I believe that was at our Georgia.
That was the Duke game.
Duke loss?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what helped this guy become a first-round pick, right? Quarterback for the Giants.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's too
No,
easy.
you're right. Speak the truth, man. Speak the truth.
Speak it.
Well, I tell you what I did like yesterday. I like that Manny had some ownership over things, and I like some of his responses with the young kids. Made it clear that Avery's got to play, and made it clear that he's fast, he's aggressive. He just doesn't always know where he needs to be.
Mhm.
I'm hoping
he's pretty much showing his hand and saying, we're going to simplify the defense. We're going to put 4 guys with their hands in the dirt, and we're just going to attack. And we're going to stop with the 2 guys that are down, the 2 bucks that are up, and just go get them. Because against Michigan State, if you're going to have both of your ends standing up, it's going to be a long freaking day. So I'm hoping he's able to make those adjustments and play a young kid like this and say, stay between these 2 gaps, and everything there is yours. And hopefully he can get that done, because we love Wayman Steve, man. He's a great kid. He's battled some major adversity. But he can't play at this level. Let's just be honest. Really can't.
Can I get your opinion on someone?
Absolutely.
So, what do you think of Avery Huff?
Avery is a freak. If you've ever seen that kid play pickup basketball, you ever see him just running around and messing around in the courtyard, the kid's a freakish athlete. Unfortunately, I guess he's got some issues scheme-wise in terms of retention and reading and then reacting appropriately. But he's the type of kid you put him in the gap and you say, this is yours, go get it. You don't complicate the easy sometimes with certain kids. And I can promise you guys, every major college football program, in their rotation of the front 7, there's 2 to 3 guys just like him. That mentally they're not always going to be there, but they just know how to go get the ball.
Yeah.
And I hope that he plays really well, because he's got an opportunity. I want to go back 30 years ago. There was a kid by the name of Bernard Tiger Clark, and we were missing our middle linebacker in a bowl game. And the guy had the game of his life, and we realized he could play. One of the things our defense coordinator said, we were in shock, because at times he was even on scout team that season. But it just took that one opportunity to go ahead to demonstrate. And sometimes you're so bad in practice mentally that and even in scrimmages, that you scare the crap out of a coach. But when the lights come on, some guys are just different, man. And all of a sudden, it's just like riding a bike, and they're making every freaking play that comes their way just about. So hopefully he's the latter, But I like the kid, man. I just wish he would have had more opportunities thus far, and he really has it. And this is his 3rd year, I believe. So,
Coach, let me ask you, man,
with that.
Specifically about last week against App State and like this week against Michigan State. Going back actually first, what did you think of De'Aaron King? I thought that first half he kind of came out sluggish. I think he was like 10 for 21 or something like that. It looked like he was kind of rushing his reads. What were your thoughts about his game?
Well, you're mentioning rushing reads. I'm going to throw something out there to you. Whenever you come off of a major injury, you're not going to be the same early on. It takes a while.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked after 8.5 months he's playing. I'm going to be totally frank with you guys.
Okay.
Takes a special kid and a special competitor to be in this situation. Plus, going to have a lot of blessings from up above to be able to physically be in this situation. But a guy like him, when you watched him last year, he struggled for a while. It took him about 3 games, remember, to get a good rhythm going.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, as he went, we went, right? So he is struggling in terms of seeing the field. And I shared some information with you guys that a good friend of mine shared with me over the weekend. And he said, if you notice, he can't see anything over the middle. And when you can't see anything over the middle, it's what you just mentioned earlier, Matt, is that you're getting stuck on the first read.
Mm-hmm.
You're not reading. And when you drop 8, which App State did a hell of a lot of, especially, I think, starting the end of the first quarter, end of the second quarter, in the third and fourth quarter, they did it a ton. He was really confused. So you couple those things together, he's not in rhythm. And early on in the game, if Mallory catches that ball, I think he's different mentally. I think he's a different guy mentally. You know what that signifies after getting your ass kicked last week against that juggernaut, when you face a good program and you make a great throw, which he kind of made a really good throw there, and the kid drops it, everything's back on me again. And you're seeing that all these things combined are frustrating him to the extent where he's not seeing the field well. He's hitting the balls in the perimeter pretty well. Those throws have been pretty solid, especially when it's just jump balls up there. He's done a great job with those balls in both games. But if you look at the other issues, you're seeing that he's not there mentally. And I think yesterday Coach Lashley mentioned he's not seeing an RPO. He's got tons of throws he's not seeing. Where are those throws, guys? They're over the middle.
Yeah.
That confirms he's not seeing. So there's got to be something. He's got to have success early. He hits his first couple of throws, makes a great run, and hopefully it doesn't come on a design run for him. A couple of big plays early on in the game, he should be fine. Because I think he'll start to see things slow down a little bit, and I'm sure this week that's what that kid is working on. So that's my opinion. Yes, as he goes, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So if you get the vibe, I don't know if you guys have the same vibe, but the vibe that I get from the coaches is they're taking a shit because he ain't right. Well, hell, if he ain't right, ain't nobody gonna be right. That's the bottom line. Because he's the centerpiece of this program right now.
Yeah.
Not just on offense, but on defense. Because if he's playing balls to the wall, making every throw, getting knocked on the ground, picking up first downs, and moving the offense and scoring points,
Defense is resting.
Rested, and they're getting their brains where? They're the aggressor again.
Yeah.
We're going to be good. We got this. That's the guy that you look for towards your leadership. And when your coaching staff is having to play, kind of keep the ball in front, let's play a little safe because our offense ain't doing shit, and they're pretty much, making us be on the field the whole damn time, you're going to get exposed.
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways. So it's what you just said earlier, man. It's based on him. If he plays great, we're going to be fine. If he struggles, we're screwed. And I don't know if playing another quarterback would help. I know it sounds shocking for me to share that with you, but you got to start getting something together just in case he ain't going to be right the rest of the year.
No, that ain't shocking, Coach.
That
That's really not shocking because, I mean, if he ain't getting it, if it's because of his injury, he's worried or whatever it is, if he just ain't getting it, I mean, I know you're Derek King, you're QB1, but, bro, we're trying to win games here. So if he can't make it, I mean, you got to try TVD. TVD ain't putting it. Put in Garcia, because those two are slinging it. I know Garcia sling the shit out of that ball. I know he will.
Oh, he will, Coach. Hey, let me tell you something about that kid. That kid is so pissed off. You can see him holding the play cards and doing the signals. He's got a pissed off face because he knows, fuck, I'll make that throw. I'll hit that. I'll squeeze that ball in there. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's not by accident. That kid's a baller. And if things continue to go this way and he doesn't play, you can say bye-bye to him at the end of the year or before the year ever ends. Because that kid ain't gonna stick around for a shit show. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, here's the thing. Derek King's gone after this year, so and it's down between him and TVD. So he's also probably looking at it going, just wait till next year.
I hope he is looking at it that way. But if you see that nobody around you, especially the guys that are supposed to protect you, aren't getting better, are you going to go ahead and risk your future here?
Yeah.
Well, but I mean,
I said I would.
Yeah, but don't we have any good line that Justice has got coming in, or at least looking at?
Man, I don't know. I when I look at everything, I say, man, these kids, nobody's getting better. Nobody's getting better. That's what I see. Look, Navon,
if anything,
Donaldson,
some of them are regressing.
Big time, Matt. Navon Donaldson, his technique was as bad as I've ever seen it. I've seen that kid play at least 20 times in high school. Never seen him play so bad with his hands. Never. And I think the explanation today was his pad level's too high. You want to know why it's high? Because his hands aren't effective. So when your hands aren't effective, what are you doing? You're more on your heels, so everything goes up, of course.
Yeah.
It's just, basic physics.
Yeah.
It's not calculus, man. They
all right,
figure
Coach.
it out, man. Be well, gentlemen. Let's hope I'm wrong, okay? Let's hope it's the other way.
I hope so.
I don't know, because it would be you and a bunch of other people, Coach. So, you know what I mean? That's what's going on now. That's the word.
All right, my friends. Y'all be well.
You too,
All right,
my
have a
brother.
good
We'll
night,
talk to you later,
Coach.
man.
Bye-bye.
I love when Coach calls in. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh man. So I'm gonna be at the game on Saturday. Are you you're gonna do the initial reaction post game show?
Absolutely. Me, myself, and
Okay.
my closest friends, man.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah,
Your
we're gonna do
closest
it.
friends.
Yeah. The
I'll
boys in
try
the
to
chat.
stop by, but we'll see how it is, because like leaving the stadium and everything, it might be a little hard.
It might be. It might be hard. That's all right. I mean, if we're getting blown out, or if we're blowing them out, you might be able to sneak out early. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
But enjoy it. I wish you nothing but fun. I hope the Canes kick some ass just so you can enjoy your first game at Hard Rock. Now, I've never been to Hard Rock. I've been to when it was Joe Robbie, so that should tell you how long it's been since I've been there. But,
Damn,
but
you're old.
yeah, but absolutely. I hope you enjoy it, man, and I hope they put on a show for you and your girl.
I hope so too, man.
Greg said 100% agree with Rambo when he's got in Donaldson's face. That's who it was. It was Rambo who got in Donaldson's face. That's right.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate thing was it should have been the coaches doing it. I agree. I would like to see some of that.
I think it says something more too when the other players are doing it from these other programs,
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Well, you got to think they both come from winning programs. I mean, Stevens comes from Georgia, and Witchcott comes from Oklahoma. So, I mean, those are two winning programs. So hopefully they can start. And then we got and we got Cam Kitchens. So I'm not worried about that at all. That dude's a dog. He's not scared to be vocal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Some of these young guys, they just gotta. And it's just like on football team, you gotta know when, especially a freshman. You gotta know when to say when. You know what I mean? But I'm not worried about the future as far as dogs go in. I'm just more concerned about this year particular.
Yeah, I got you.
But Saturday's gonna say a lot. I know you got to go. Appreciate everybody in the chat for joining in. Appreciate all our callers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know we go live every Tuesday night and right after each game. Other than that, I don't have anything else, man, except for I just hope to be happy on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Don't drink too much.
All I got to say is Team Mario. Yeah. No, just kidding.
Team Mario.
All right. Well, I will be at the game on Saturday. You will be doing the instant reaction show. Let's do it. Home. Let's try to get another win.
As always, we appreciate you guys. Go Canes. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Greg.